welcome back to the bugout channel. Now today's video is all about my winter kit and what I put in my bag. We're back again. I hope everybody's had a very happy Christmas, and New Year's is just a few days away. Now just a quick video just to show you what I kit out in my bag for the winter months and the reasons behind it. Now before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. Hit this notification bell. All helps with the channel. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Let's crack on with it. Now before I get the bag off, just run through this bit of a chest rig I got. It's just an added on pouch that I clipped onto the bag. It's not really necessary for the winter, but I find it's just quite useful to put easy to reach to items. Compass if I'm out walking on the hills. In there put a notebook and pen, a few snacks, my phone, car keys, all that sort of stuff, plus my glasses. When I say it's easy to get to, and it just clips onto your bag. So take that off first. Let's get this bag off. So before I run through the bag, what I'll do, I'll put a tarp up, because the weather's changeable, to say the least. Rain, wind, all that sort of great stuff we have in Wales. Plus I'll collect a bit of firewood up and get a fire going, so I've got a bit of a Christmas treat, or post-Christmas treat, to cook up on the fire. Right, where should we start? Well, before I say we start in the bag, winter time, so let's start with the clothing I choose to wear in the winter. Start from the top. Obviously a good thermal hat, beanie, bobble hat, whatever you want to call it. Quite self-explanatory really. Great to keep your head warm, not only at daytime but at night as well when you're sleeping. Clothes. So this is my Fortis winter jacket, and I got the trousers. So it's a great bit of kit. Not only is it warm, it's waterproof, 100% waterproof, breathable. It's ripstop material. Yeah, it's slightly on the heavy side compared to some lightweight jackets, but it does everything in one. So I am going to carry separate waterproofs and all that malarkey. It's got all the pockets you need, chest pockets, pockets everywhere, and yeah, it's green. Not everybody's cup of tea, but I like it, and it obviously blends into the environment. So that's the jacket. The trousers, yeah, very similar. Again, same material, waterproof, windproof, breathable, all the whistles and bells. Yeah, so quality bit of kit. Now moving on down the trousers, I got these gaiters. I've had these for 25, nearly 30 years, I would have thought. Yeah, I like wearing gaiters, especially in a wet environment this time of year. Yeah, even I'll wear them in the summertime, especially if I'm on the hills. So when you're walking in long grass or brush, it keeps the bottom of your trousers nice and dry, stops them snagging up on brambles and all that sort of stuff. Protects your laces as well on your boots. So the boots, I wear these 100% waterproof walking boots. Again, I don't wear them in the summer if I'm doing a bit of light trekking, but essential part of my gear for the winter. So that's the boots, trousers, gaiters and a jacket. Underneath that, I say winter time. Now it's relatively mild today. It's still under 10 degrees, it's probably about 6 to 8 degrees. But last week here we had a few days of -10. Right, so under my coat, a good wool jumper. This happens to be an army surplus one. Takes you back to my old days in the army. And again, a Norwegian top. Again, I used to have these years ago when I was in the army. Brilliant bit of kit. Keeps your neck nice and warm. If you do get a bit of hot, you can always open it out. And underneath that is a thermal t-shirt. It's important to layer up in the cold, but if you do get too warm, you can easily take the layers off. Stick them in your bag. But yeah, 3 layers on the top, plus my coat. And that'll do me, no problem at all. So, that's my clothing, what I wear, what I carry in my coat. A pair of gloves, for just general tasks. What I got in my coat as well is my admin line. So I got a spare sport bottle opener, multi-tool, little button compass thermometer and a little torch. So that's in one pocket, usually tied to the pocket so I don't lose anything. So my other pocket I got my ferro rod and striker and little torch. So that's how I carry my coat. Now like I say, if I didn't have my chest rig on my bag, I'd probably have a few snacks and my compass and all that sort of good stuff in my coat as well. But yeah, as it is, that's on my little chest rig. So that covers everything I'm wearing. The next thing, we'll have a look at the bag. Right, so the bag itself, guys, I'm using a Crib Gogh Anaconda. It's quite a large bag, but a lot of that room is taken up with my Arctic sleeping bag, which I'll show you in a bit. So the first thing I want to show you, just move this up. It's in the bottom of the bag. That's where I keep my shelter kit. We'll just open this up. So as soon as I get somewhere, the weather could be terrible, so the first thing I do is get a bit of shelter up. Now I keep it all in the bottom of the bag because depending on what I'm going to do, staying overnight, tent, tarp, hammock, the rest of the bag stays the same. It's just the shelter kit in the bottom will differ. So this occasion I'm going to put a hammock up. So the first thing I got there is my DD Super Light airbed. So yeah, nice little airbed, packs up really small and light. But I use that not just to the hammock, but I use it in my tarp, my tent, and even a basher if I was feeling a bit that way inclined. So in there as well, I've got my little USB pump and light. Put a little carabiner on it so I can hang it up afterwards for the light. The great addition to the kit: charges up, pumps your earbed up, and gives you light as well. So, shelter system, like I say, I'm going to use a hammock. So I got the DD 3x3. The top will come with the hammock is fine, but this just gives me a bit more room over the hammock and extend it out as well, so you know, cover my kit and all that. So I've chose the 3x3 tarp. So the idea as well with the 3x3 tarp, if I do go somewhere with the intention of using a hammock and there was nowhere suitable, I can soon rig this up as a tarp tent or a half decent sized shelter. So yeah, nothing much to say about the tarp other than I do have on there is jungle knots. They're prefixed on the eyelets that I'm going to use. Just saves a bit of time. So another piece of kit that goes in all my travels is my cordage kit. So in there there's a few extra jungle knots. I got 6 lightweight tent pegs and a small roll of bank line. So yeah, with that, if lines break or whatever, I needed more guidelines. The bank line is super strong, weather resistant, and if I do run out of tent pegs, I can always fashion some more out of a bit of hazel. So that's my cordage kit. So the hammock then is I'm using the Highlander Crusader, only because I've used this before, sent them in the shop, and yeah, they do the job. They've got a built-in mozzie net and all that. The only thing different I've changed on it, I use hammock straps. So again, these are something from a different company. The ones that come with the Crusader were alright, but these are like a jungle knot system, and I find these a lot easier to use. So they're fully attached to the hammock. So that's my shelter sorted. Now another thing I always pack in my bags, and this goes back to not just my army days but my walking days. I used to do a lot of hill walking. That's just a simple survival bag. Again, it's just a plastic or a large plastic bag. If you find yourself in a bit of trouble, you can keep yourself warm, and you can fashion this into a makeshift shelter as well. And not only yourself, but if you're out in the hills and you come across someone who's in a bit of trouble, yeah, you can put them inside this and keep them warm. So yeah, just stick that in the bottom of your bag. So that's that bottom pouch done. I'll get a tarp up now. So Dust the tarp up, get some firewood now, get the fire going, and I'll show you the rest of the kit, what I've got in the bag. Under the shelter as it looks like rain coming in, it's threatening to rain. Got the fire going, that's going to take a while to burn down, so I cook my dinner on it. So in the meantime, I'll show you what's in the bag. So like I say, is the Anaconda from Gogh. Yeah, brilliant bit of kit, and it's ideal for the winter. The only thing I've added to the bag itself is on the waist belt. I've added this dump pouch where you can pull the tab and you get a big pouch, so I use to collect tinder material for the fire. So apart from that, the bag is as it comes. So what's in the bag, I hear you ask? Well, let's start from the top. So as this winter, in here I've got some cold weather mitts. These I believe are Dutch Army mitts. I have got a set I bought years and years ago, Gore-Tex ones. I've used them for years, but the fluffy material inside my old ones, even though it still keeps you warm, it's not as fluffy as it used to be. So yeah, I've helped myself to a pair of these at the shop to go in my winter bag. So yeah, great bit of kit. If it starts getting freezing cold, stick these on, keep your fingers nice and warm. Mozzie net, shouldn't really need it that much in the winter, but it's a lightweight item, sticks in your bag, and worst case scenario is get a few mozzies or midges about, stick this on, stops you going mad. In here I keep the mora knife. I've got my folder in my pocket anyway, but I keep a mora knife in the top, it's easy to get to, and yeah, that does most tasks. Head torch as well, as the light starts to fade, you want something obviously you can see in the dark, so a little head torch. There we are, that goes on the top of the bag, so I know where it is, easy to get to. And a rain cover, which comes with the bag, as standard. And that's it for top pouch. So on this side pouch, so undo the buckles. And these pockets are great. They're bellowed, so they open up, and you have a really large pocket there to put your stuff. Yeah, they're not rocket pouches, they don't come off, but if you don't really need them, they fold away nice and tidy. And but yeah, in winter you'll be glad that extra space in your bag. So in there, essential really for the winter, making hot drinks and keeping them warm, with my little thermos mug. Yeah, bit of sniper tape around it. You'll see these on many of my videos, and I can't rate these highly enough. Bring a bit of kit. Now, even though I got the fire going for my dinner, I bought a secondary gas burner just in case for whatever reason the fire couldn't go in, and I'd be disappointed that I couldn't have my dinner. So I always bring a secondary stove just in case. Again, if I was going out expecting to use the gas, I'd always take a secondary source of cooking as well, whether it be a hexi burner or my tent peg stove, anything like that, just in case there's problems with the gas or whatever. So in this case, just in case there's a problem with the fire, I bring a gas stove. The burner I got is the one I've used on previous videos. It's the XXX. Yeah, great little burner. Yeah, you can get smaller ones, lighter ones, but I like that because it spreads out nice and wide on the floor, very stable. There's a long hose there from the cylinder, so I like it, so that's why I use it. And to go with the burner is the gas. I got it in this little neoprene sack to keep it nice and warm. You can get problems with the gas in the cold weather. So the last thing in this pouch is my Nalgene stainless steel water bottle, a water container. I could boil water straight in that if I needed to, but I have bought my titanium, just undo that, my little titanium pot and lid as well, I just use that now for boiling water to make a hot chocolate. So on the other side, so in this pouch, I've only really got my rations, which is my food for the day, which I won't get out just now, but I will get out when I'm cooking it in, and that's this little toasty maker. NGT toasty maker. So I'll give you a bit of a hint of what I'm making for dinner. Yeah, straight in the coals of that, and Bob's around the gym. So yeah, there's my food inside there as well. I'll keep that in here for now. So on the front of the bag, we have got this huge pocket. Let's take the top off. We've got loads of these buckles and compression straps on these bags. Some would say they're over-engineered, but I don't know. It's good quality kit, that's all I know. Right, so on the front of the bag, like I say, there's this big pocket. So in there, I've got my tools of choice. I've got my army issue survival knife. I use that for processing woods. The sheath itself comes from Tom, Prepared Pathfinder. I'll leave a link to his website if he's still got some for sale, but yeah, nice bit of kit that, and it fits my knife perfect. And in there as well is my new Gerber bow saw, compact bow saw, holds down. I usually bring a little hand saw, but because I treated myself to one of these, I thought I'd take it out for a bit of a spin. And yeah, as you've seen before, cuts the wood real tidy. And this little pouch goes with my cooking kit. So in there is just my windshield for the gas stove, little stirring spatula, IKEA special. Another IKEA special is this lightweight chopping board. My little tent peg stove goes in there. My little containers I usually use for eggs, oil, but I'm not using that today, but I thought I'd put it in the bag just for demonstration purposes. So that's it for this front pouch. What I have done before as well, again it depends on what I'm cooking for tea and how I'm cooking it. I have put my little pack grill in there as well, which folds out over top of the fire if I'm frying breakfast or something like that. So there, plenty of room for that as well. So that's it for the extremities of the bag. Now we're going to look inside. Now before we go into the main compartment, I have got an admin pouch on the underside of the lid. Here I just got a few admin items. I think I've got some wipes in here, pen. I've got my extendable bellows for the fire and a tourniquet. So you can put it in there whatever you want depending on the trip you're going on. Right, the main compartment. So the first thing we see is my dry bag. So it's basically a bag within a bag. So yeah, even though your bergen is somewhat waterproof, you've got a rain cover. Just adds this extra protection against the elements. Plus, if you was crossing a river, you could put all your gear, and including your bag, inside this dry bag, and then hopefully nothing gets wet. So this dry bag, because of that reason, is oversized for the rucksack, or for the bergen. So like I say, if I did want to, I could put everything inside this and hopefully keep things dry. Right, first thing on the top, first aid pouch, or first aid kit, IFAC, whatever you want to call it. Something I made up myself. Throw all the bits and bobs in here, and just a basic first aid kit really, for me. I think it's a must-have item in anybody's kit, no matter what they're doing, is a first aid kit. And let's say not just for yourself, but for anybody you're travelling with, or if you come across someone who's injured. So yeah, a good first aid kit is a must. Right, in this one, so another stuff sack. I've got my head over and shemagh. Now the shemagh, 101 different uses. That should be in everybody's kit. You can obviously filter water, whereas the head scarf, neck scarf, yeah, face cloth, towel, loads of different uses for shemagh. And the head over, army issue head over, again, wear it around your neck, keep your neck nice and warm. You can make a hat for it, and you can use it as a balaclava. So yeah, great bit of kit. essential for cold weather. In this bag I've got in a compression sack. It's a compression sack from Jungle Sleeping Bag, which are very, very handy. So in this one is my winter thermals. So if I do get really cold at night, I've got my softy leggings, my thermal top, thermal smock. Again, like the softy, it's a nice thermal top. Put these on, it's like wearing a sleeping bag. So yeah, if it's really cold weather, these are a must-have. And they pack down, like you've seen, really small and very light. A great addition to your backpack for the winter months. Then we come across this. Again, it's in its own protective stuff sack, waterproof. So it's just protection layer after protection layer. So in this one, I got my thermals for sleeping in. So I got my nice Arctic woolly socks. I got thermal top or skin and thermal long john trousers. So at night, take these top layers off and then get into my thermals and get in the sleeping bag. If I'm still cold, I got my softy trousers and softy top to put on. Plus another trick I usually do is my clothes I'm wearing for the morning the next day, I'll stick them in the bottom of the sleeping bag as well. So in the morning, they're all toasty, nice and warm. And if I'm still cold after that, obviously I can put every single piece of clothing on I got and still get in my sleeping bag. So my next bag is my electronics. So in there, I got my lantern, I got my little battery radio for a bit of music, and I got my bivy light. Now I know I go on about these all the time, but they're a brilliant bit of kit to profiler. It's not only a good light, red and white light, it's a battery bank and solar charger. So yeah, this charges up my phone, camera if I'm filming, and it's great for the light as well. And in the bottom of the bag I've got some spare batteries for my radio and torches. Right, so the last but one thing I got in the bag is my underquilt. This is just for the hammock. Obviously if I wasn't hammock camping, I wouldn't need this at all. But if it's cold weather or freezing temperatures, yeah, this is a must-have. If you're hammock camping, that is. So that's it guys, except for one last item. That's my 30-year-old Army issue Arctic sleeping bag. I'm not going to get it all out now. Oh, these sleeping bags, yeah, they're a little bit bulky. I suppose they're a little bit heavy, but I've never been cold in these, never. Yeah, not everybody's cup of tea, but any idiot can be uncomfortable. And like I say, I've never been uncomfortable or cold in one of these. Right, so that's all the contents of the bag. The only thing I haven't got in here, which I usually take out if I'm going for a night or two, and that's my Life Straw water filter. That's just a bladder pack with a filter on it, which I can fill up. But as it is, I've got enough water in the water bottles for what I'm doing today. For demonstration purposes, perhaps I should have brought along, but yeah, that usually goes in the bag as well. Please put in the comments below what you put in your bag, or what I should consider perhaps putting in my bag. But everybody's different, and you get to know, once you've done it for a while, you get to know what you need and what you don't need. The more you know, the less you've got to carry, and the less you carry, the further you can travel. So that's my motto. Yeah, so let's get the hammock up and cook a bit of food. Well, there we are, my post-Christmas treat, toasty, hot chocolate, cooked on the fire. To find out what's in it and how I went about cooking it, check out the later video, it comes on after this one. And yeah, sit back now and enjoy this, drink my hot chocolate, and then I'll pack up and be on my way. See you in a bit. Oh yeah. That's it guys, I'm all packed up now, fire's out, and recovered that over, looks like I've never been here. So the belly's full with my Christmas toasty and a cup of hot chocolate. I hope everybody has a fantastic New Year celebration, so I'm wishing you all a happy 2023 no matter what it brings. If you do want to check a few more videos out, check these, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. All the best.